What's going on, guys? It's Nick Wright from NWB, and we are post-show. The Muscle Beach Championships finally came and went. I feel like I've been dieting forever now. We were on a 5-month prep. Kyle Hunt from Hunt Fitness got me started at 20 weeks out. Now let me tell you, I started at a soft, really soft, 190 pounds. I went 5'7". I mean, I definitely had a very unproductive off season. Just one of those off seasons. So Kyle Hunt, literally starting from scratch, brought me from a soft 190 down to a ripped 154 the day I stepped on stage in a 5-month period. And I kept all my strength. I was still pressing out 225, 245, easy as pie week out from my show. I mean, I kept my muscle, everything. And I mean, I was impressed. Basically, how Kyle Hunt works is he isn't a bro scientist. He doesn't lay out just a bunch of like foods you should eat and foods you stay away from. He bases it on macronutrients. He analyzes you, and he analyzes you in and out. He doesn't just need your height and your weight. I mean, he goes by everything: your daily activity, your metabolism, what your predicted activity level is going to be, what it's been, what your habits are, what your typical eating habits have already been, like everything, just the ins and outs. Gets to know you and how your body functions 110%, and then he'll set up a diet with the macros. And the cool thing he doesn't just give you macros like some dietitians do. Some dietitians will start, get on 160 grams of carbs, 110 grams of protein, 40 grams of fat. Figure it out. He'll give you the macros, but then he'll ask you what your favorite food groups are, and he'll have an entire daily regimen of meals for you to follow. In case you don't feel like fitting the foods in yourself, you go look at what he sends you. Just eat the exact meals he has written out for you if you should so choose to, and they're all consisting of the foods that you told him about. And he makes them fit into your macronutrient count. So honestly, he makes dieting fun. He makes it easy so you stay sane, like you can have the foods you enjoy having, and he's really efficient with it. And the thing I noticed big is how Kyle really got to know my body to the point where there are times where he actually beat me to the punch. Like peak week came, and I knew I was very carb sensitive. I knew I needed to flatten myself on carbs, and I could always have more carbs than normal people could and get flat off of it. The carb for the show and harden up real nice. He kept me extra full. My lowest carb day was 160 grams of carbs, which is like people's high day usually. To the point where I was at first like, am I going to spill over? Am I too high of carbs here? But he got to know my body better than I did just from working with me, asking the questions, analyzing, experimenting with different foods and different combos, and monitoring it. So literally we tried a whole new approach, and I was fuller than I ever needed to be, which was my biggest concern anyway, because the show wasn't a drug-tested show. Natural shows, fullness and size isn't too big of a deal. Come in peeled, dry, and shredded. This one you need to be shredded because conditioning always wins it. However, I was going up against non-drug tested athletes, so I needed my size there, especially being completely natural and with a smaller frame. And he managed to pull that off, even right from underneath me. I was a little bit nervous at first, and he pulled it right off. So Hunt Fitness is good. He gets to know you. He gets to know how your body works. He gives you the freedom of letting you know what foods you want, and then he makes a regimen for you, and then he just monitors the macros that you need to reach your goals. He's good. So my recommendation, guys, is go to huntfitness.com and hit him up. It's the best prices you're going to find. You don't need to pay $500, $600, $700, $800 or more for a contest prep coach, for like a however many week run. Honestly, Kyle Hunt, let me put it to you guys like this real quick. Now, I've admitted time again that I fell off track a little bit near the show. Life caught up to me. I did a whole video on that on my channel. Some personal things came up, and I fell off a little bit. Proof's in the pudding. We got shredded, and even after falling off track, Kyle Hunt jumped in and picked me back on and got me back on track, just enough to come through in the clutch. So, I mean, that's it, guys. Talked a little bit, but honestly, I mean, it's something that I really believe in. Kyle Hunt's good. He's legit, and he interacts with you inside and out. So, huntfitness.com, you'll see me repping them to the death.